If nobody knows who you are, you don't get to help anyone. We were cleaning out the storage room and I came across a box full of memories, stacked full of flyers and newspaper clippings from my music days. You see, my first career was a DJ, music producer, and record label owner. And when I was trying to break through to the highly competitive music scene in Toronto in the 90s, I faced a challenge a lot of people still face today. And that is, you can't get experience without the job, but you also can't get the job without experience. And one of the biggest hurdles was trying to break into the mega events, these huge parties, these big raves. And it was either you were on these lineups and you got to play these parties, which meant you got to play more of them, or you were excluded. And it was a real hurdle because they would print 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, sometimes 40,000 flyers, these beautiful glossy flyers that folded out, and they were distributed everywhere. At the time, I was playing in cities all over the province. I'd been lucky enough to get flown to play to Vancouver. I'd even played a show in Indiana. But trying to crack the nut in Toronto was really hard. So I thought, what can I do? What can I do to break through this wall? And I decided to make my own flyer. I don't know if you can see it. I pardon the words. Don't mind it. It says, "Who the f*** is Rob G?" And it had bio on it, it had my date of birth, it had my shoe size, it had this whole write-up. And I printed 15,000 of these things. And I handed them outside of events, just like all the event promoters. And sometimes that meant that I was playing in a different city until 2, 3 in the morning, driving to Toronto to stand outside in the wee hours of the morning as people were leaving other parties and stand there and hand these things out. And it worked. It totally worked. It changed everything. I got to play all of these events the next year. This one is in Hamilton. My name's on this one. This is a really cool thing in Toronto with DJ Dan, who is an idol of mine. I played this massive party in Vancouver. This one is in Niagara Falls, New York. Anyway, all these. This one had Qbert at it. I played this. But the one I'm probably most proud of, or I was definitely really, really excited about at the time, is this. Cyrus's 6-year anniversary. And why was I excited about this? Daft Punk played. How cool is that? I played a party with Daft Punk. And look, my name is all the way at the bottom. But I didn't care. It didn't matter. I broke through. And for years to come, and to this day still, people bring up this flyer to me and bring up this campaign to me. So I'm asking you, what are you doing differently? What are you gonna do to cut through the noise? You can lament about all the things you don't have. You don't have the same amount of resources. You don't have the money. You don't have a team. Or you can be proactive and embrace the opportunities that exist, because the opportunities to get your name out now are better than ever. It doesn't matter how good you are at your craft if nobody knows who you are. If nobody knows who you are, you don't get to help anyone.